What is up, you beautiful people? I'm sorry, I've been away for a bit. I've been working. As you know, some of you know, I'm a yacht chef or a private chef. I had a couple of jobs recently, or a job that took my time. But I'm back now. Unfortunately, I lost my fish tank. Well, I had to give it away because we're not around. Can't look after it, and it just doesn't make sense. It's kind of unfair to the fish. But saying that, been away from YouTube for a bit until I recently got on to look at my comments, and you know, a lot of you guys are so amazing. So I saw a comment from an elderly guy that basically said he was feeling depressed and sad until he turned on my video and watched it and made his day. So if that's the case, I've got to keep making these videos, even if it's making one person happy a day. I'm doing something right. Talking about good humans, REN. I'm going to react to his 1 million subscriber video. Blind reaction again. I'm trying to keep all my reactions blind, but a lot of you guys have said to me, please check this one out to really get an understanding of REN's mind and who he is as a human. And I've got so much respect for him as an artist. You know, I can only do so much more to go and see just the type of human he actually is. So let's get into this, and let's have a reaction to this 1 million subscriber video.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys.
That's crazy that he starts his video off like that, saying thank you to the reactors, because not a lot of artists want reactors for some reason. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich.
Wow.
I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, without him suffering, we wouldn't have the same REN. Which is such a weird thing to say, but without his pain and what he went through, I don't think we would have had the same version of REN. Right? He would have still been an amazing artist, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we would have had this REN. The REN that has changed so many people's lives.
Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever, whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever.
It reminds me of his song REN, when he talked about that forever swinging pendulum between the dark and the light, suffering and happiness, I guess. It's kind of true though, you know. No matter how good things are in life, there will be bad times. There has to be it. It's just part of life. And then when there's bad times, there will always be good times. It's just whether you can make it through the bad times. Huh?
You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light. You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious, and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority number one.
Yeah.
If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I can see why you guys were saying you gotta watch this, because this is really a true insight to his realness, you know. It's made me tear up a bit. I'm not gonna be ashamed to admit that. There's something about him when you see he has so much empathy. Not a lot of humans have that. I struggle with it. I feel way too much. And it's a good and a bad thing, I guess, but I feel it more through him. Kind words he's saying. Not a lot of people can forgive, and if they hate people, maybe something happened in your life where someone hurt you. It's very hard for people to forgive and forget, because I think the darkness kind of overtakes you. And you keep it until the day you die.
a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect.
Yeah.
Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah, just incredible human to be so humble. I see influencers and artists online that are, reach that sort of status or bigger, maybe even smaller, that have so much ego, and they're not a good soul. You can feel it, you can see it. But it's the opposite with Ren. What a great human being. For recognizing the success of himself is due to others and people that, like myself, people that react to musicians, and we share the music, we love the music, and it's the reason why they build up and why they make themselves huge, because of their talent. But to pay homage and actually recognize other people for that, he's putting us first. He did it in the beginning of the video. He put us first before him. Man, he's incredible. And I will 100% be uploading a lot more REN. And thank you for letting me, or telling me to watch this one, because it is truly special to see an artist open up online, to not be afraid of looking like he's emotional. That's a true human right there. And that's why most of you guys relate to him like I do. And why he's such an incredible human. Thank you. More REN to come, and I'll catch you on the next video.